What's up, listeners, viewers? We back from halftime. We got a chance to get some water, hydrate, eat some oranges, get right back to the gridiron. And like we promised you guys earlier in the show, we got a special guest joining us here, all things covered, Patrick Peterson and Bryant McFadden. This is a guy that's extremely talented. You know what I mean? Anytime we can get a fellow DB on the show, man, it's only right. You know what I mean? I tell people all the time, DBs are the most important players on the football field. 6th overall selected player in 2017's NFL draft, 2-time Pro Bowler, 2019 first team All-Pro, at Prez on Twitter, Instagram name, at President Mall, part of 17 Weeks podcast, part of the 17 Weeks podcast show, outstanding show, by the way, former New York Jet, current Seattle Seahawks. And he will be performing in this upcoming Thursday night matchup against the Arizona Cardinals, no other than Jamal Adams. Man, thank you for joining us here. All things covered. Before we jump right into the nitty gritty, Jamal, how you feeling? How's your health going? We know you missed some time a few weeks ago, but where are you now located when it comes to the health standpoint?
Yeah, man. I'm feeling good. But obviously, came down with a little, nagging injury in the shoulder last game. But it's part of it, man. It's part of the grind. It's part of the process. It's never going to be perfect. Some things sometimes each year you got to fight through something, right? And then if you not fight through anything, something's wrong. You know what I mean? So that's something that I kind of learned and figured out. Obviously everybody wants to stay healthy, but this 2020 season has been ugly for the league, and obviously there can be a lot of opinions on why. But you just got to figure it out. You got to keep fighting, man. So I'm looking forward to Thursday, man, going against Pat and the guys.
Oh yeah, it definitely should be a fun matchup. But
Absolutely.
with me watching you for so many years at LSU with the Jets, and now being a rivalry opponent, where does that confidence and that swagger come from? Because you always had it. Like where it come from?
Honestly, man, I think it starts at home. You know what I mean? The way I was raised, I was always raised to voice my opinion if you have an opinion. I was always raised to be confident, be the best at everything you do. I've always had that drive, man. I always tell people, when I was younger, man, I used to hate, I played video games like no one else, right? And now I don't even play video games at all. So I used to cry if I lost in any form of game, you know what I mean? So I was just so competitive at a young age. I hated to lose. So competitive. I always had that drive and, that confidence. So, for me, man, I think it starts with your mindset, just with, life. You know what I mean? Whatever you do in life, I think that if you don't have a purpose or know your purpose, you'll never be successful. Like you can always tap into the grind. You can always say, I'm going to grind it out, but you got to know why you're doing it. You got to know why you're going to put in all this work and do all the little things. So I think for me, man, that it started at home for me. And I'm very fortunate enough to have two outstanding parents that's still together. That's a blessing. Being around guys like, you, Pat, seeing you back at LSU and so many guys that came through, or so many guys that I looked up to, or seeing how they played the game, what type of swagger they played with, how they played the game. For me, man, it was just adding and kind of creating that like almost creative player, should you say, right? And just having that mindset, having that confidence, because as a DB, man, you got to have confidence. If you don't have confidence, you're in trouble.
You're right.
You know what I mean? You're definitely in trouble. So you can't, obviously you take your chances. You know when to take your chances based off situations or based off what's going on in the game. But at the end of the day, man, if you don't, roll the dice, scare money don't make money, man. And that's how I look.
No question. And talking about the confidence and the swagger, we got an opportunity to see that swagger down in Baton Rouge, LSU. You were a 5-star recruit coming out of Carrollton, Texas. But what were the factors that led to you deciding to sign with LSU?
Wow, man. The crazy part about it, man, I was going to Florida. Joker
Really?
Phillips. Yeah, I was going to Florida. Joker Phillips he's my godfather.
Wow.
At the time, he was the receivers coach at Florida, right? And this is when Muschamp was there. Coach T. Rob was the DB coach. Now they're in South Carolina coaching together. And was a big fan. I was a big fan of the way they ran the program, right? And for me, growing up, I always knew, okay, DB, as a defensive player, all the DBs go to LSU, Florida, or Alabama. Or at the time, it was Texas too as well. But I knew Texas was kind of like on the downgrade, you know, as far as Mac Brown, we didn't know, you know what I mean? So all of that was going on at the time, and I never really understood or knew where I wanted to go, but I had a feeling. LSU came on me last minute, you know what I mean? I remember Coach Insminger, you know, he came, and you know how he talks, man. You know, he came to one of my scrimmages, I want to say like my senior year, and he sat in the stands, but he didn't come speak to me after the scrimmage. So usually, you know, I'm looking for that, right? And, you know, as a kid, you're looking for the scout to come up to you. You got a lot of the scouts that's usually down there on the field, but he didn't come up to me. He just called me and was like, oh, I remember everything you did. And it was just like, it's a little weird. So what happened was, come to find out, there was a friend of mine that did go to LSU before me that went to my high school, and it didn't work out with them. So my head coach in high school didn't really feel the love from LSU. So he kind of like shied away, kind of almost pushed us away from LSU, right? But it just so happened, man, you know, I knew Florida was too far at the time. I knew I wanted to be closer to moms. I wanted to be closer to moms and pops and my family. At the time, my nieces was growing up, and, you know, obviously don't have kids. So that was like my kid, right? And she didn't have that father figure. So I felt like it was my role at the time. I felt like I needed to be there. I needed to be that guy, that guidance that she needed, right? And so seeing her grow up, ended up making the decision to go to LSU, man. I don't regret anything. I'm so glad it happened to me because, man, it taught me not only how to be a better football player, but how to be a better man. And Tommy Moffitt to Jack Marucci to all the guys from the academics, everybody, man, Walt, everybody taught me something, right? And it made me who I am today. And I'm so thankful to go through that transition, to go through that dream of playing at LSU, being in Baton Rouge, and seeing and meeting different people coming from different backgrounds, but just learning something from everybody. I think that's what made it so special for me, man. And obviously, you know, not being too far from home, it was a 6-hour drive, hour flight, not too bad, you know, and that was something that was key to me. I didn't want to go so far because, you know, she's from New York, didn't like flying due to 9/11, you know, had family up there. So that was another thing that scared moms. And I wanted to kind of respect that. You know what I mean? She's a lot better now, but at the time she just wasn't feeling it. And, you know, moms always get what they want. You know what I mean? But just so happened, man, long story short, just so happened, Muschamp and them got fired. Who would have knew Les Miles would have got fired my second year? You know what I mean? No one would have knew that. It just so happened to happen like that, and went through 3 different DCs at LSU. And I think for me, man, that taught me so much about ball, so much about defense. And obviously I was so fortunate enough to have Corey Raymond all 3 years, and he's the best in business. And taught me so much, man. Taught me not only stuff on the field, but off the field. And then when Pat and Ryan Clark and Corey Webster, the list goes on and on of guys that would come back and feed us knowledge, it was just so inspiring to where I'm like, okay, man, one day I'm gonna be in their shoes. One day I gotta go back and serve. You know what I mean? And I thought that was big, man. I think that's what it's about. You know, when you can really build that brotherhood and understand that there's so many great guys that come through LSU. There's so many great guys that come through the SEC or whatever, period. The greatness you see. It's not just one guy who's great doing this. It's a couple of the guys that's great at what they do. And that's what makes it so special to me. And I respect that, man. So I don't regret the decision, man. It was something that, you know, shaped me into the man I am today, mentally and physically, but, you know, mainly mentally, and making me just see how life and see how the football world really works. And I'm truly grateful for that opportunity, bro.
Right. Well, talking about, so you already hit on LSU, Coach O took over as a head coach your final season as a Tiger. Could you imagine the heights that he took the team last year coming? Did you see the anticipation, the energy, or his vision when he saw the team going?
Well, I definitely knew when Coach O came in as a D-line coach. Obviously, everybody knew about him history-wise, and him being in the blind side, and you know, good dude. he's a player's coach, right? And he's a fiery guy. So I knew that it was something that we needed from the transition from Les Miles.
Right.
And I love Coach Les Miles, man. I love him to death because he gave me my opportunity.
Right.
And I'll never say anything bad about him because he blessed me with that opportunity, and I'm so grateful for it. And I think that it needed to be a change at the time. We were struggling, needed to be a change. Obviously, I'll never forget, we started off like 6-0, 7-0 my sophomore year, went to Alabama, lost that one. That was the first year of the playoffs, I want to say. And then went down here, lost 3 straight, Ole Miss to Arkansas. Yeah. And back then, that's when Ole Miss and Arkansas was some damn good teams at the time, right? So that SEC West was the truth.
Right.
And obviously you had Mississippi State, you had all of them. So, you know, the transition was good. I knew that Coach O was going to figure it out. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you know, everybody said we didn't have a quarterback at the time, but I truly believed in Brennan Harris. I thought Brennan Harris could really get it done. At the time, we wasn't opening up the offense how they did. You know, we had Fournette left, Fournette right, as great as he was. You know what I mean? And the defense was stout. You know, we was playing LSU defense. Simple as that. You know what I mean? You know what we in. It don't matter. Beat us. Like just what it was. You know. But it was a great transition, man, from going from Coach Miles to Coach O. And then, like I said, 3 different DCs. I had Chief, I had Coach Steele, and then Aranda. So I learned so much ball. You know what I mean? And it was a good thing. And a blessing in disguise to where it helped me now. But man, all that talent that we had last year, you know, with Coach O, Joe Burrow doing his thing, the receiver core, them opening up the offense, man, it was only a matter of time, bro, before LSU got back on the map. And, you know, we were never off the map. We just couldn't put it all together. You know what I mean? And once we did, you know, we came through. We won it. And now we're young. Yep. And every year you go through a transition, you know, everybody knows that. And, you know, obviously the fans might not know it, and they want everybody to, you know, they want us to win right now. Right. But sometimes, you know, you got to take your blows. You know,
it's a process.
It's a process, bro. You know, it's a marathon. I always talk about it, man. Rest in peace to Nick. You know, it's a marathon, bro. You got to keep running. So it was a blessing, man. I'll tell you that.
No question. And talking about your success there collegiately at LSU, it led to being drafted. And what a lot of people don't know about you and your family, you know, your father got drafted 1985. He was the 19th overall selection in the NFL draft. And you guys had a draft day bet, right? Tell us a little bit about the draft day bet. And did your father have to pay?
No, he didn't pay up.
He didn't pay you. He didn't pay the debt yet.
Hell no, man.
Tell us a little bit about that bet.
Yeah, man. So, you know, growing up, bro, again, was just so competitive in everything I did. Like literally, you know, in the classroom, I wasn't the smartest, but I wanted to be the smartest, right? Yeah. And I hated to fail. I hated anything. I hated when my teacher folded my paper over if I failed or trying to hide my grade. You know, everybody goes through that, right? So I was just so competitive, man. And I remember, I want to say about 8 years old, man, I told Pops, I'm like, man, I'm going to be better than you, right? And he's like, you're not better than me until you get drafted higher than me. And that was fair. At the time, I didn't understand it. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. But it was a special moment because it drove me to a different level, man. I was doing certain things, man, in college. I mean, not in college, in high school, that most 15-year-old, 14-year-olds, 16-year-old kids aren't doing. Right. Like I was getting up at 5:30 in the morning, man, working out with my DB coach before the workout with the team. Right. I was doing these things because I was so driven. I missed prom. I missed homecoming. I missed all these things because I was so driven to make my dream come true, right? And I always had that goal. And once I put a goal out, I'm going to go get it. It's just only a matter of time, right? And that's just starting with your mindset. And I've always had that, man. So I always told Pops I would be better than him, man. And, you know, I'm so grateful to obviously have the opportunity to leave school early. And that was something that's always been at LSU, you know, come in 3 years, the special ones leave 3 years early. I mean, a year early, right? Yeah. And that was always the motto, the great ones, right? So It was good, man. I'm so fortunate enough to go to the Jets, to have that opportunity. I don't take it for granted, and obviously things went down the way it went down, but man, it was a blessing in disguise, and it taught me so much. And not only did LSU make me into the man I am today, that situation made me even into a better man. You know what I mean? Because I went through so much adversity, and it taught me a lot about myself, and then what I can do on the field as well, and just my teammates and being that leader and working with different guys from different backgrounds. So it's pretty cool, man.
Speaking of the Jets, Jamal, at what point in your career there in New York did you realize it was time for you to get a change of scenery? At what point? And what was that defining point for you?
Well, as bad as I wanted to stick it out, man. I really wanted to, stick it out and actually become a Jet for life. I said that and I meant that because I felt I could do it by myself. But when I look back on it, man, I couldn't. You know what I mean? I couldn't do what I wanted to do by myself. And, obviously I came in, man, as a rookie. I knew that, let's be honest, the Jets were the laughing stock. We didn't have respect around the league. People didn't respect us in the media, whatever. I remember walking into that locker room and guys was getting cut left and right, top guys. I remember Eric Decker getting cut right off the rip, like first day. And I'm walking in like, whoa, what's going on? I'm a rookie, right? And I'm walking into all of this, and no shade on Eric Decker, much respect to bro. But just walking into that and guys getting cut left and right and kind of seeing how this was really working. I never had a vet, that showed me the way. I never had a Pat P that showed me the way, right? It was me and Marcus May. And we were learning off the rope. We were thrown into the fire, bro. Todd Bowles threw us right into the fire. Denard Wilson, who's still there, the DB coach, one of my favorite coaches of all time, taught me so much about the game. And, we were thrown in the fire and we had to grow up quick, right? In my rookie year, bro, I was just running around. I was making some plays here and there, but I was just running around, just eyes bad, just, you're out there. You know what I mean? You think you playing rat ball. You think you know ball, but you don't really know ball, right? So I knew it was time for me to kind of move on when my last game in Buffalo, mind you, I had a high ankle sprain 2 games prior to the last game, and I missed the 2 games, right? So I wanted to come back because I wanted to finish. I didn't know what my future, I didn't know what it was gonna hold, but I knew that something possibly could happen. Either I'm gonna force them to pay me, or they're gonna let me walk, right? And for me, I never asked them to be paid. I simply told them, hey man, if you guys want me here to be a Jet for life, you're telling the media, you're telling the fans, let's sit down and talk, right? This is after the fact they told me, hey man, we want to offer you, this is during the Pro Bowl. We want to offer you the last Pro Bowl. We want to offer you a extension and we'll talk. So they kept kind of feeding me, okay, we'll talk this time. And then boom, that didn't work. They pushed it back and then they kept pushing it back. So then it was like, okay, they're playing this kind of game. So then when they kept doing that and kept jabbing at me, I was like, you know what? I want to be paid. Like I'm not gonna go up there and continue to suffer, going through losses, countless losses every year, unless I get paid, because I wanna win. You know what I mean? That's what it was about. For me, it was like, okay, if I'm gonna be the franchise player, which they didn't like that, you know what I mean, as a safety.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be a franchise player.
No. That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, it's not supposed to happen.
It was almost like, whoa, okay, this kid actually, he might be a franchise player.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they were more so shocked that, whoa, it's not a quarterback. It's not, something's wrong. So I felt I was being so disrespected by them, and they bashed my name and said I was a bad teammate. I was this and that. And it was just like, bro, I did everything to support the Jets on and off the field. Even when people were talking down on us, I was like, no, man, we're going to be all right. Like I was bringing the juice back into the Jets. Like
Right.
no one was, my rookie year, no one on TV was talking about the Jets.
Nope.
No one.
Nope.
Absolutely no one. If you literally go back, absolutely no one. My second year, juices started to fly. Okay, started to get a little swagger. And then that third year, it really started to ramp up. Got Le'Veon over there, CJ Mosley. And man, it was forming, should I say.
Mm-hmm.
But things broke down, man, from top to bottom, bro. Like it's just not, it's more than what people think. Like it wasn't about, oh, Jamal's being selfish. No, Jamal's not being selfish. Because at the end of the day, this is all business.
Yep.
Jamal was looking out for himself and his family, right? Just like anybody else that has a job, they're looking out for their family.
And they brought the contract extension to you.
Right. They brought it to me.
That's what people do. This is something people don't know, right? You're filling us in.
And that was something, bro, at the time, it was like, bro, I'm not even going to fight fans or fight people of what they're saying about me, because at the end of the day, I knew the truth.
Yeah.
Because I had everything on recording. I knew everything. Every time my GM was on the phone with my agent, I was on the phone.
Yeah.
I just didn't say nothing. I was muted. I heard everything he said. Everything. And for me, bro, it got to the point to where, like, let me go back. That Buffalo game, the last game, man, we finished 7-9, right? And we came into the locker room and everybody was happy, clapping it up. And it was just like, what do I really want? Can I stand this again? Because, bro, I fought depression in New York, bro. And I'm manning up.
Really?
I fought depression, bro.
Wow.
Oh, but there was so many, there's been so many times to where I've came home after a tough loss, and just sat in my room, bro, in the dark. No phone, no TV. And Pops would walk in and be like, hey, man, you all right? I just be like, all right, I'm good. He hated to see me like that. It killed my Pop so much, come to find out, he was calling my agent at the time and saying, hey, man, I don't like seeing my son like this. I need him out of this situation. So it got so bad to where it took a toll on my life outside of football, to where I had to make a move. I had to get out there because I knew what I wanted, and I wanted to win. It's simple with me, bro. Like, money's a plus, like, but I love the game of football. This is a kid's game, but we make king money. The money's a plus. I love what I do, right? Yeah. And I've always been driven like that. So for me, bro, like, it was just little stuff like that where it was like, man, they do not want to win. Right. And I was sick of hearing the rebuild year. I was sick of hearing that because I was like, man, why not now? What are we waiting on? Like, I get certain pieces, you got to pay. I get it. But what are we waiting on? So I felt like, okay, if you guys feel I'm the face of the franchise, if you feel you want to make me a Jet for life, pay me and let's start this thing right. Because you didn't pay anybody else.
No, they had money available.
They had money available. Yeah. So therefore, I was like, okay, something's not right. So come to find out, Joe Douglas told me, after he told my agent after the trade went through, that they weren't going to pay me until 2022. So that was just like, okay, that was just God. That was God getting me out of a situation like that. And again, bro, it wasn't about the money with me. It was just about the respect. And I felt like I wasn't getting the respect that I deserved, right? And I did so much for the Jets on and off the field, 2-time MVP of the team back-to-back. Like, the Curtis Martin Award, the only person that did it 3 times was Curtis Martin. The only one who did it back-to-back was Curtis Martin. And it was just like, dang, do you really value me? Right. Am I just a safety to you guys? Because to me, I don't consider myself a safety. I consider myself a playmaker. Right. You know what I mean? I make plays. I wreck games. That's what I consider myself. So I don't limit to myself to one job or one dimension. You know what I mean? So I've always had, that confidence to where I can do anything. I can do everything you ask me to. And if I miss it, or if I have bad eyes on one play, get beat, it still don't matter because at the end of the day, I know what I can do and I know what I bring to the table. So anything that's said outside, anything that's said in the media, like now it's like, okay, bro, whatever, wipe that off because I've dealt with the New York media.
Right.
I'm not worried about the naysayers because at the end of the day, they don't understand what we really go through on the field and the sacrifice and how hard it is to, take the right angles, make that tackle, or have your eyes in the right placement when you get a fly motion or here comes, it's different things, right? So yeah, man, it's a blessing, bro. I think it's taught me so much, about the business, being traded, and at the end of the day, bro, you have to take care of yourself because this is all business at the end of the day. You guys know that, you know what I mean? And you just want the right fit. You want the right organization that appreciates you. And that's all I was looking for, bro. And Seattle blessed me with that. Man, they blessed me to let me be myself. Let me come over here and not be judged, not have to walk on eggshells when I'm in the building, like not having to hide from my GM or owner or my own, they're not talking to me like like when McFadden was there, bro. I'll never forget, man. He used to walk past, a lot of the guys in the hallway, and it
wouldn't speak.
Me. He didn't speak. It bothered me. It bothered me so much because I was raised that when you walk into someone's house, walk into a room, you speak to everybody.
Exactly.
You speak to the damn dog if you have to. Right? I was raised like that. So for me, it was like, man, we're in this to win it, and we're not pulling on the same rope.
Right.
We're talking about accountability. We're talking about, we have to be better doing the little things, but we're not doing the little things in the building as a group, as a collective group. And it starts from top to bottom.
No question.
You know what I mean? And it was so much negative, bro, that it fed and it went to other guys that didn't have strong mentals to where they couldn't fight it. And then it came on to me and I had all this pressure on me. And I was like, man, I can't do it anymore. Right. I knew I couldn't do it when moms called me and said, son, I don't want you there anymore. I knew it was my time to go.
Because your parents, they were seeing what you were going through.
Oh, they seen it, bro. Yeah, they seen it. They seen the ins and outs. And that's why I literally had to do what I had to do to get out of the situation. I didn't want to go about it like that. Yeah. But that was the only way out. Right. They didn't even want to let me go. Joe Douglas called before the trade and said, are you sure he wants to go through this? Are you sure he wants to go through with this? After I done told a little bit of a lot, of what's going on. Right. And they didn't even want to let me go. And bro, it was more my mentals, bro. I was like, listen, I can't do it anymore. I can't fight it. Yeah. I love New York. I love the fans, bro, but I couldn't fight it. It was so negative, and I couldn't do it anymore. It was taking a toll on my life. It was taking a toll on my family. You know what I mean? And the relationships that I had, it was killing me. But man, I have so much respect for the people that I did work with that we had a connection over there. I knew everybody in the building. That's just like at LSU. I knew everybody in the building because I think that's important to know everybody in the building, because when you do that, that's where respect comes, and that's where you learn the ins and outs of the organization or whatever, the business or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? So it was tough, man. A lot of people don't understand that, I went through a lot of depression, man, fighting it and just trying to go out there and make plays. And I was so hurt to see everybody flip on me. That was one thing that I was like, man, this is how they really felt about me? Yeah. A bad teammate? Yeah. Like, come on, bro. Not me. Not me. I'm all about winning, bro.
Especially when you doing everything for your guys.
Come on, man. Come on, bro.
And you calling me a bad teammate? Come on.
Yeah, that took a toll on me, bro.
But that also tell you, Jamal, how together the group wasn't. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, we know it's a business, and clearly when you see things are not done the right way, you should understand as a player, as a teammate, what each individual is going through.
Mhm.
And that's something that fans don't understand about good organizations and bad organizations.
Absolutely.
And it's something as simple as seeing the GM or the owner walk into the facility and don't speak to the players that are going about their business every day. Just because you might not be a starter, you might not be a role player, but you have a role and it's important. Make me feel like I'm family. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's the ins and outs that people don't realize. And the best way I can simplify this to our listeners and our viewers, whatever your 9 to 5 is, just imagine your boss don't speak to you.
Yeah, like how you gonna walk in?
You walk into the building to give it your all, to make sure you're providing what you need to provide for the company, and the guy that's signing your check or hired you walk right past you, but speak to the next person because he has a higher role than you. Imagine how that make you feel.
Correct. And bro, he meant well. He really meant well, but he just didn't have the communication skills.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And not everybody has those skills, but you have to learn them if you don't have them. If you're in this business or top level business,
you better
have to learn that.
Yeah.
Even if you don't feel comfortable, to be successful, you got to be uncomfortable at times, right? Yeah. And so it needed to be done. And that was something that I never forget, bro. It was, the last meetings, you have your
exit meetings.
Your exit meetings, right?
Yep.
And I went to him and he asked, he was like, is there things that we can do, I can do personally to help out and change? And I said, man, the number one thing is you got to speak to people. When you walk into the hallway, there's no way they don't feel your energy, your positive energy, no matter what. You can't walk past a player, bro.
Nah.
You can't do it.
Man, you can't walk past the people who works in the cafeteria.
Come on, man.
You can't, the people who are getting tape, the ball boys. You have to treat everybody like they're important. Because you don't know exactly how that can impact them to go about their business. That's one thing we had in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, man.
Art Rooney, Mr. Dan Rooney, either one. They would speak to you at any given time. You can be a practice squad player. Yeah. You can be somebody who did just sign in for 2 weeks or whatever the case may be. And that's why we always won, because we felt like family.
Right. That's how it is over here, man. Like it was literally walked in and I felt loved. I felt at home. I'm like, wow, this is what I envisioned.
Right.
Because I wanted to shift the culture in New York. I wanted to do everything possible to bring a championship or just get back to the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's what I was fighting for. And I felt like, okay, I'm gonna really change this around, bro, as a defensive player, as a safety. And I had the vision, but my vision wasn't big enough. There's this over here, man. Not even close to what I envisioned. Yeah. Not even close. And it's just a culture. When you have that culture, when you have that family, when you know that you can count on your guy next to you, he'll speak to you when you're in the hallway. There's no hating. No one's hating on no one. You know what I mean? Like we're in it to win it, right? GM comes down, he talks to you all the time. He's joking with you. Pete talking to you, joking with you. Cafeteria guys feel important, as they should. Right? Because they're putting fuel in our body. That's important.
Right.
They should, the equipment guys trying to be the best equipment guys in the league.
Right.
Putting us in the best uniforms, making sure everything is perfect.
Yeah.
Like that's important, bro. The littlest things that mattered to me. And when I came from New York and then coming over here, it was a total shock.
Yeah.
It was like, whoa, this is how the NFL is supposed to be. This is how they're supposed to take care of you.
Right.
Okay. Right. This is the dream that I was dreaming. Makes sense now. It makes sense. Yeah, well, man.
Speaking of your current team, then how excited it is to team up with, a future Hall of Famer and Russell Wilson in that dynamic offense, being a defensive player watching from the sideline.
Amazing. A guy that comes in with the same attitude every day. He don't miss a heartbeat, bro. And one thing I love about Russ is that no matter what, he stays in it. He stays in the moment. He's not worried about, what's going on outside of the moment.
Right.
He's locked in. And that's a special, unique skill that many people don't see, right? And man, just having him as a teammate, man, I'm always picking his brain and, always trying to, motivate him as well as he's motivating me. Just competing against him because you're going to get the same rust day in, day out.
Yep.
It doesn't matter, right? And obviously people are down on him right now. He's been turning the ball over, but he's so focused on the moment. He's enjoying the process.
Yep.
He's loving the process. He's embracing the process. And that's what you got to do as a football player, period, man. Like, man, y'all know, man, you have your games, you have bad plays, and sometimes the ball just doesn't go your way, right? Especially as a DB, right? You know what I mean?
Question.
Like it just doesn't go your way like you thought, right?
Yeah. Hey, but you know what? The fans don't realize that, Jamal.
They don't realize
they
that.
think it's
bro,
supposed to go your way all the time, right?
On,
Me and Pat were talking about that earlier.
Come on, bro. Look. They get mad at Pat if Pat give up a touchdown or a pass.
Right.
It's like, bro, everybody's pros too. Like,
Exactly.
he's in a lockdown corner. Like there's no, you know what I mean? Or I give up a play. Oh, he can't cover. Like, come on, bro. Like it's like,
What are we talking about?
I made an error, right? I need to fix myself. And sometimes that receiver or that tight end or whatever the case may be, they just made a hell of a play.
Yeah.
They're in the league too.
Yep.
Right? So it's wins and losses, man, with this thing, man. And the older I get, obviously, and God forbid, hopefully I get to where Pat and you was, man, as far as years. But man, just learning that control what you can control.
That's it.
Control what you can control and never focus on the outside because the outside doesn't understand what we're going through.
Right.
Yeah.
It's more to it, bro, than just going out there, throwing your helmet on and just running around, making hits, making picks, and scoring touchdowns. It's more than that. It's film study. It's knowing splits. It's knowing, okay, if they get in this formation, here comes this special route, or here comes. So it's little stuff like that fans don't really understand, and they get caught up in the PFF ratings and you know what I mean. Like I don't worry about that, man. You know what I mean. I stay focused on the moment, and that's something that I've learned a lot from talking to Uncle Mike, MJ. Having that relationship with him. And always just being that big Kobe fan. I'm a huge Kobe fan. Always, studying him, and obviously Russ reminds me with the same mindset of just stay in the moment.
Yeah,
stay in the moment, bro. Because the great ones, they do that. The good ones figure out a way to, okay, nah, I'm not gonna stay in the moment. I might try to do something else. No. Stick to the fundamentals, bro.
Hey, Jamal, did you just refer to Michael Jordan as Uncle Mike?
Yeah, man, I'm fortunate enough with that
one. hey, everybody don't have that luxury, man.
No,
so I took my hat that I don't have on to
man,
you.
It's big, bro. Just learning so much from him. Bro, the ultimate competitor.
Man. No question.
When I say ultimate in anything and everything, bro.
Anything.
It does not matter. And he knows he's gonna win.
Yep, no doubt about it.
You can't tell him he's gonna lose. It don't matter. He'll figure it out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I play a lot of golf with Uncle Mike, as you phrased too.
Okay.
I got a real tight relationship with MJ as well. And
that's cool, man.
And like you said, man, he is definitely the ultimate competitor. And he want to bet. The thing I love about Mike, though, obviously we know Mike got millions and millions of dollars. My first time ever playing golf with Mike.
Yeah,
was playing with some buddies, and the dude was like, "You want to bet?" He's like, "Yeah, I bet." He was like, "What you feel like losing?" The dude was like, $5. He's like, "Bet it." I take that.
It don't matter, bro. $1, $1,000, $1 million. Listen, he is gonna take it, bro. He's all about competing, bro, and that's a special thing, bro. Not everybody can do it because most people be like, "Oh man, you're doing too much."
Right.
But that's what drives him, bro.
Exactly.
And that's what made him great.
Yeah. Shout out to Jordan Brand, right?
Shout out to him, bro. It's a special thing, bro, when you can be around somebody that special to where he's done it at the highest level.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a beautiful thing when you can pick somebody's brain like that, man. So I'm so fortunate enough to have that contact and to obviously call him Uncle Mike, man. I'm so blessed to be a part of the brand.
And he keeps you laced up week in and week out with some exclusives on your feet
all day
in the glove game.
All day long. It's a blessing, bro, because all the guys be like, "Man, Mom, what size you wear?" I'd be like, man, look, I wear my size, man. Y'all not gonna get me cut if I think
Exactly.
Hey, Jamal, what's the tell us the biggest difference in coaches, right? Pete Carroll, Adam Gase.
positivity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Having confidence in yourself, having confidence in the team. No matter what we go through, we're gonna find a way. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. And bro, listen, I no shape or form do I hate Adam Gase.
Mm-hmm.
No shape or form. Because I have no hate in my body. I have a pure soul. I don't hate on anybody, man. And no matter what we go through, it's all love my way.
Yeah.
It just didn't work out. I just didn't feel he was the right coach for the organization. And I didn't feel he was the right coach for myself. And that's just how I looked at it. And at the end of the day, that's no shade on him, man. Like he coaches in his own way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody coaches different. And I didn't feel it was for me. I mean, like I said, and Pete is a positive guy, man. He's so competitive. He makes practice competitive. He makes it fun. He always has the music blasting. Like, bro, there was no music at the Jets, man.
Oh,
like,
man, that's a bad environment, man.
Listen, you walk in on game day, if you forget your headphones, you out of luck. There's no music.
Wait a minute. What? Oh, wait a minute. You mean game day? Y'all don't have any music in the stadium?
Oh, man.
Hey, bro, you walk into that stadium, right? You walk into that locker room. You got your fit on. You fly.
Yeah.
You better make sure you have your ear pods, your beats, your Bose.
What?
Make sure you have some shape or form of headphones because he didn't like music in the locker room before the game.
But my thing is this. It's all about the players and making sure the players are comfortable and hyped to go to war, go to battle.
Hey, look, I didn't win it. I couldn't win that battle. I tried.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this much. In Pittsburgh, I was a team DJ, so I supplied the music, the edited versions for the stadium and pregame, and in the locker room and the weight room. The week of, we rocking. Guimon, our strength coach, man, he used to love plies. He used to ask for plies all the time, Pat.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So,
but that's the energy, bro.
Yes, you gotta have that energy, man.
There's no way at practice, like for what we do, right? As football players, we go out there through injuries, through sore bodies, and just the practice, man. I mean, Pat, he's an OG in the game, bro. Like I know he wants to hear some music to get him going.
Okay,
like
no question.
he can't, like Pat can't just go out there anymore and not stretch and just go out there and just start covering. It don't work like that. You don't just get energy like that anymore. Like I'm getting older in the game, but I'm still young, right? So
you need that extra.
You need a little bit more just to get you going, bro. It's long meetings.
Yes. Oh man.
You know what I mean?
Them meetings like, so long.
Bro, you know what I mean? You know how it works. You know, so when you come to practice, you want to make sure you got some juice.
No question. Right before you go out.
Bro, we didn't have the only time we had music was during stretching. And as soon as stretching was over, it was cut off.
Wow.
And it was dead silent. And you can't get juiced up. You can't compete. You can compete. Obviously, I was going to compete anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I'm the ultimate competitor. But it wasn't, the atmosphere wasn't right.
Right.
And that's what I was trying to create, bro.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Man, well, hey, you're in a better place right now. It seems to be.
God is good. God is
no
good.
question, no question.
No hate to that organization, man.
It just didn't work out, like you said.
It just didn't work out, bro.
Yeah.
It just didn't work out for me. It wasn't for me. I'm forever grateful for the 3 years and them, giving me a chance. McFadden and Todd Bowles drafted me at 6.
I love Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles is a beast.
Oh my gosh.
My God, that's my DC too, man. That's my story.
God.
Well, much respect.
I love Todd so much, bro. Like that man, he taught me so much, bro. And God, you don't realize what you got until it's gone.
Yeah,
you
man.
Yeah.
Smooth criminal, man.
God,
Smooth criminal, dog.
Oh my gosh, bro. On and off the field, man. He's a bad boy, as we call it.
Right here all the time, dog.
He's staying mellow, bro.
All the time.
Staying mellow. Smart guy.
Yep.
Man knows the ins and outs of how to call the defense. Man, I had so much respect. Him and Denard Wilson and obviously Corey Raymond and my high school coach, Coach Hurd, they taught me the game of football, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm forever grateful for him.
They did a great job. Before we let you go, clearly we got to jump into this Thursday night primetime matchup, man. We got two guys two guys. Y'all boys friends now. We're gonna be enemies in a few days. But tell us you didn't get a chance to play the first matchup. You know what I mean? You were injured. So this will be your first matchup against the Cardinals as a Seattle Seahawks. But what's going through your mind right now, getting ready for this much anticipated ball game, because there is a lot at stake within the division.
Absolutely, bro. Man, one thing I figured out Sunday that damn, this division is damn good. And if you don't show up, you're not gonna come out on top, man.
Right.
Damn, this division is so good, full of talent, and that's what I always wanted it, bro. The ultimate competitor wants that. You want to play against the best week in, week out. You always want to do that. And big game, have a lot of respect for this group coming in. Obviously, Pat, Cliff, K1, D-Hop, Fitzgerald, all of them, man. I have so much respect. Buddha, man, it's gonna go down. I'm gonna tell you that. It's gonna really go down, bro. It's gonna be a close game, man. A lot of jabs, haymakers, man. Whoever wins the turnover battle is just gonna win.
That's how it happens. Yeah, good on good.
It's good on good, bro. It's just how it works. So, man, I'm excited for this opportunity, man. But for me, obviously a short week. It's about getting my body right. You know what I mean, and getting my mental right. Understanding what's at stake. Understanding it's a big game because it's the next game. It's the next opportunity. You can't make it bigger than what it is. Thursday night football, right? But you can't get caught up in the moment. You just got to stay focused on what's important, right? And Pat knows, man, it's all love off the field. When we play each other, we're going at it. We're the ultimate competitor. We're going at it. Obviously, I'm watching him. He's probably going to be watching me. But at the end of the day, we're trying to come up on top. That's just how it is, man. And I wish them nothing but the best. I'm going to be talking my shit, man. That's just who I am. But I'm excited, man, to get out there and compete against them boys, man. So I'm looking forward to the matchup, bro.
Hey, Pat P, y'all. I mean, I know y'all boys, LSU boys, and everything, but y'all got put anything on the line? A nice expensive meal, or some golf clubs, or what's up?
We haven't even talked about that.
Yeah, what's up?
Perez just started playing golf. I saw you picked up.
Yeah, man, I'm working
a year ago, right?
Yeah, I'm working on it, bro. I've been taking a little bit of lessons, man. I got to get my swing down.
Man, y'all got to put something on the line, man, for the listeners and viewers, man. What's up? It could be a nice friendly wager. You know what I mean?
We'll do like Skip and Shannon do, man. I'm a Sprite guy, so I put a case of Sprite on it.
Hey, well, I'm a root beer guy, so
all right.
do that, man. That's cool with me, bro.
All right, bet.
That's cool with me.
One last question for you, Jamal, and Pat gonna take us out.
Yes, sir.
When I was in Pittsburgh, of course, old-fashioned football used to be 907 drills, and then we used to have a drill. It was backs on backers, and then Coach Tomlin started to implement the secondary guys on running backs.
Okay.
And one thing I love about your game, bro, when it comes to blitzing, you don't see no man.
Yeah.
And when it comes to running backs trying to block you, I think the best play from you, from what I appreciate, is when Saquon Barkley tried to block you, and didn't stand a chance. Is there a running back that can block you when it comes to blitzing?
No, but if I give him my chest, or I make a wrong, I don't have my plan right, should I say, before I am blitzing, and they know, then they can get me. But to me, I feel like I've always prided myself, man, and I've always been like this, bro, since high school. And my coaches always told me, bro, from high school all the way up to now, don't get blocked by a receiver. Don't get blocked. I've always prided myself on that, bro. So, I take pride in little things like that, man. I think that's important because that's a mindset.
Yeah, I noticed that when receivers are trying to crack you in the box.
Yeah, I don't believe in that, bro. Obviously, I got Larry coming in town, man. It's gonna be the first one, obviously, man. But I'm looking forward to the match. I fear no man. I might be beat up, hurt, but I'll figure it out. And that's how it happened. That's how it happened last game, man. I was trying to figure it out. I had to go into the locker room, first play of the game, and obviously banged up my shoulder. Had to get it right. came back out, and it didn't start kicking in until about the end of that second half, and then it started to turn on. I had to do whatever I had to do, whatever it took, man. That's what I'm about, man. I never want to leave my teammates out there to dry. If my legs are moving, God forbid, I am on that field, man. I'm on that field. I'll find a way, goddamn. I promise.
Hey, Jamal, you need to stop talking, because I think when the Jets fans see this or hear this, they're gonna be pissed off. Because
listen, I can't.
Once was in their uniform.
Right now, I've realized that if you literally go to my Instagram, bro, I can't post a picture without getting some hate, oh, you're a clown for leaving, oh, you're on one of the worst defenses. Listen, I've come to realization that many just don't want to see me win, bro.
No question.
And that's okay.
Pat was talking about the same thing.
Okay,
you know what did you say a few weeks ago, Pat? Players get criticized when they request a trade or ask for a trade, but the organization ship guys off all the time, and it's no big deal.
People don't want to see me win, bro, and I gave up fighting that battle. I'm happy. I'm happy where I am in life, on and off the field. I know my loved ones back home, my family, my brothers that I grew up with. I know they have my back. I know they support me. They tell me all the time, man, you're great, bro, because you inspire us. And that's what greatness is about, bro. Inspiring the ones that look up to you, the ones that were in your circle. Sometimes you can't reach everybody because they're not going to understand who you are as a person. 100%. And I gave up fighting that battle, bro. As soon as I got traded, I gave it up, man. So I don't the PFF rating, man. Listen, I don't worry about those things, bro, because I'm all about the team. It's not about me. I got to go out there and make the plays for the team, so we can put ourselves in position to win the ball game.
No doubt.
That's it, man. I'm at peace with the rest of it, dog. Like, I really am. Like, I'm not trying to battle it anymore because I know who I am.
Right.
If I feel I'm the best at what I do, I feel I'm the best at what I do. That's just my confidence. Right. It's period. There's nobody going to tell me anything different. You just can't, but how I look at this thing, man, before I let you guys, boogie off, is there's greatness everywhere, right? There's not just one person who's great. Oh, he's the best corner. Oh, he's the best safety. No, there's multiple guys out there that are great at what they do.
Right.
And let's just respect that.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be a battle about that, because at the end of the day, that's just like MJ and LeBron, Kobe. Right. You're never going to figure it out who's the best. Right. Everybody's going to have their opinion. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Everybody's going to have their opinion, bro. So it's a battle that you gotta be secure with yourself. And when you start to hate on other people, that's why, man, I show love to everybody, man, that I watch, because I respect their game. I respect Buddha Baker so much. I told him after the last game you guys played us, I said, man, keep going, bro. You balling.
You're a beast.
You balling, bro.
No question.
And obviously, him and I, we got 2 picks in the last whatever. And people, they criticize this, oh, he only got 2 picks, blah, 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 box safety. Now I'm getting called a blitz boy.
Oh, that's what they call you now?
I'm getting called a blitz boy, man. They say I'm just a blitzer now. So at the end of the day, you got to take it for what it is, bro. At the end of the day, I'm going out there to ball. Yep. When my name is called, when my jersey number is called, and it's my play to make, I got to go make that play.
Like you told Pete Carroll when you played against Buffalo, let me go get him.
No, man.
I saw that on the sideline.
Well, get this though. Get this. Let me hear. The media, not the Seahawks media, but everybody else.
Yeah.
New York media. They tried to say I was getting into it with Pete, right? Huh? I told Pete after that sack, I said, man, let me loose, let me eat. I feel like Kobe in the 4th.
Oh, you went Mamba mentality.
Oh, let me eat. But that's just my mindset, bro. Put the ball in my hands. Put it on my shoulders. If I mess it up, I mess it up. I missed it. But I'm going to go down swinging. Best believe that.
Hey, this King talk right here, because earlier on the show, Pat was talking about his first matchup against Calvin Johnson. And Pat, right. What you said, you told Coach Orton, no, I don't want to do no vice. Let me go.
No vice. Let me play.
Make me a man.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, let me earn my stripes, bro.
Exactly.
Hey, bro, at the end of the day, you might get me once or twice, but best believe I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you
And I'm coming.
one more than what you think.
Don't think I'm gonna lay down. I'm gonna come back
Right.
hard.
I'm not gonna lay down. You can beat me, but I'm not gonna lay down, and I'm gonna still talk my noise because it's just how I am.
No
That's
doubt.
king talk,
bro. I'm a competitor, bro. You're not gonna knock me off my game because I gave up a play, or you're not gonna do it.
Can't happen.
It won't happen, and I won't let it happen, bro.
And then you hit on it earlier. That's the difference between the good ones, the really good ones, and the great ones.
no question.
know, we have that short-term memory, as doctors call it, amnesia, to where we forget about the stuff that happens because we also, like you alluded to, we know what we're about. We know what we can do to make plays. Now we just have to tap into that go make that play.
That's it. It's all about the little things, bro. You know that. Everything as a DB is it's about the eyes.
And you know what? It's the same mentality you got to have in life.
That's it.
Same mentality.
Bro,
if you want to be successful.
It teaches you so much about life, bro.
No, man, listen, I talk to little kids all the time and parents as well.
Yeah.
Football was the first structure outside of my house that preached discipline and accountability.
Right.
Everything else followed suit. But when it came to football, because I knew I had 10 other guys dependent on me. If coach told me as a youngster, do not let this ball get outside of you. Yeah. If you do, we're all going to fail. Guess what? I can't let the ball get outside of me. Right. If coach said practice start at 6:30, and if you're not there on time, you're not going to play. Guess what? Mom, I got to get there before 6:30. Right. I don't want to let the guys down.
Yeah.
Being accountable.
Man. That's important though. And most guys in the league that aren't successful at what they're doing are not accountable to themselves.
No question.
They'll rather call out other people on the team instead of being accountable to themselves first and looking in the mirror and saying, you know what? I messed that up.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I should have never did that. I should have never took that false step. Or I should have never took that chance right there. You know, I got to know the situation. So it's being accountable to yourself first and making sure you got your stuff right before you can talk to anybody else or point fingers, should you say. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. And you gotta be secure with that, man. And as a leader, Pat knows he's a captain, man. You can't talk to everybody the same. Yep. Everybody takes criticism or everybody takes a talk different. You can't scream at somebody. You can't, because he might take it as, oh, he's coming at me. No.
Yeah.
Certain guys take things different. So that's the beautiful thing of being a leader, because most guys, they feel you can mold a leader. I don't believe in that. I think you're born a leader, and you just have that special skill to where you can touch and inspire everybody around you to elevate their game. Because for me, that's what it's about. When I hit that field, I'm telling everybody I'm the best out there when I hit that grass, and I'm gonna be the best out there. But I want everybody around me to be inspired, and I want them to inspire me as well. Because if I'm not having my A game, you gotta lift me up.
Mm-hmm.
That's the beauty of it.
No question.
The beauty of it, bro. And that's why I love what I do, because you learn, like you said, bro, you learn life lessons. You learn accountability, discipline, doing the little things at all times, having your eye placement at all times, focused on the moment.
No question.
Like, those things are important. So, man, bro, just going through so much in the past 4 years, I'm so grateful for my career thus far. You know, I'm only getting better with age, and I'm so fortunate enough to be around guys like you guys and getting knowledge. So I salute you guys, and I appreciate you guys allowing me to come on here and voice, you know, my opinions and my story and whatnot, man. I don't take it for granted. I appreciate you boys, man, for real.
Man, this was all love, Jamal. We appreciate you coming on All Things Is Covered for sure, and we'll definitely we'll double back. I look
forward to, man. Anytime, bro. Like I told you, bro. Anytime. I'll figure it out, man. I'll figure out a way, man. Hey, usually I don't talk to the opponents, man, the week, you know, the couple of days before. But I told Pat, man, I said I won't let you down, bro. I got you. I told you I'm gonna be on, and I'm gonna be on. I was a little late, but I was gonna be on.
Man, listen, and you dropped some jewels, and you guys got some was it Sprite?
Sprite.
Yeah, a little Sprite, root beer,
and root beer.
Yeah,
root beer on the line, a whole case.
Yes,
They
sir.
make them 24 or 12. What the cases go for now? 12 pack or 24 pack?
Man,
We can go-
probably.
I'm a Costco's guy, so I get the 24.
Oh, you load up.
Hey, look, I try to stay. Hey, look, my chef hearing me over here talking about some soda, man. I know he getting mad at me right now about just hearing me.
Hey,
I stay away from all the soda, man.
Man, I got the thing about me, Jamal. I gotta have a Sprite after practice.
Really?
I have to have a Sprite because they give me that right amount of sugar that I need to keep me going throughout the rest of my day.
Yeah, see, I'm pescatarian, bro. I've been pescatarian for 2
Really?
years. Yeah.
Man, I tried that crap, man. That ain't working.
Can't work for you? Yeah, bro. I've been on it, man, ever since, my chef challenged me, bro. Been 2 years in, bro. Just been.
Do you feel a difference with your body?
Yeah, I do, bro.
You definitely feel cleaner. You feel cleaner,
bro. You don't feel bloated.
Yeah.
More energy.
Yeah.
Man, you feel good, bro. But I think that the importance of it is having the right type of food that you're putting in your body. Like, you got to know how much. You might have to put a little bit more carb, or you know what I mean, or you got to do certain things like that to make sure you get everything you need to perform. And I think that's important. So I'm very grateful to have my guy over here, every day helping me with that, and staying on me, because, man, you know, Pat, man, you can, if you don't have any guidance, man, you'll go through the week and be like, man, look, man, let me eat this. I'm starving right now. Or so it's cool, man. I enjoy it, but that's just figuring out your body, figuring out what's good for you, because not everything works for, everybody's different. You know what I mean? That's just how it works. Man, again, bro, I appreciate you fellas, dog, for real, man.
Well, you
just as black men, bro, I appreciate y'all, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Well, you go enjoy that dinner, baby. I'll see you Thursday
night.
We wish you the best of luck, baby.
You already know, man. It's much love over here, man.